you must have a large heart. A large heart. When I mean a large heart. And character. Large heart, character is a strength that grows every business. And my brother, you cannot be consistent if you don't have character.
I mean, I'm just wondering why character has to be in this conversation, because I mean, business is all about profit making and maximizing that for the organization.
I must trust you to deal with you. Most people has failed because they're so talented, but their character would not keep them where their talent has brought them.
So what do you say about smartness if character would lead to trust in business?
You're talking about smartness. When you say smartness, is a relative statement. My brother, I want to ask you a question. If you drive a car, right?
Yes.
And they told you that there is one very wonderful mechanic that it's around your area, but the challenge is that he's not sincere. But he's very good. How comfortable will you be leaving your car?
I would rather be somewhere where we'll both be looking at how to fix the vehicle.
That's exactly my point. You see, like I would say, there's no need coming to like tell people. We can tell people all these inspiring stories that at the end of the day would leave them with no proof. But if we really want to talk about success in business, I'll tell you that I'm not of that school of thought, because I've always believed that there is a place called more. And because I've always believed that there's a place called more, I see myself as a work in progress. And I also tell every young person to always see it from that light. Because wherever you've gotten to in life, there are people that was their first step.
Interesting.
Yes, that was their first step. So you just have to keep working, because any day you see yourself successful, diminishing return comes in from that day. Because your sense of reasoning becomes beclouded. Success is like a drug, hard drug. It makes you see people like you're a god. That's what it makes you feel like. And you know, when you get to that point in life, there's a problem. And the problem is nobody but you. And that's why I'd always tell you that falling in every business is good if you're such a person that pays attention. Because the reason is to draw your attention to something you have not done right.
Okay.
Go back and do it right. And continue.
Interesting. You can join us right now on YouTube and on Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. We're live in the studio with Kenny Sam, and together we're talking about doing business in the FCT, the merits and also the challenges therein. And Kenny Sam has started us up with a fireball this morning of character as it concerns business when it comes to trust in doing business. But he has also spoken about attention span of what you didn't do well. How do people give attention to know what was not done properly in their business?
Okay, what has worked for me is me opening up myself to learning, unlearning, and relearning. Everything in life has got expiration dates. The way business was done in the 80s is not the way business is done today. You don't apply 1980s strategy to business today. So it simply means that as it revolves, you yourself do, because you would always become what you know. So in that business you have decided to venture into, what do you know about it? What is new? What's making people break grounds today? The place where you are today, is it the best that people who have done that business had gotten to. If that's the best, then you can also create a new niche for yourself. But information is power. Today we don't read. We don't believe in mentorship. I mean, our psyche is just make money, live good life. And the truth is, when you make money and you don't have strategy plans on how to sustain them, they would go. They will fly away. They have wings. They would fly. But if you read and you're well mentored, you would know what's the right investment. Okay, I got talking with one of your colleagues out there now before I go into the studio. I said to him, in 2004, when I started business, by 2005, the first 1 million I made, I invested it on landed properties. That 1 million naira could have gotten me a good car then, at least
a very sharp one
as a young man.
With AC.
Yeah. I said, but before I got my first car in this Abuja, I already got 7 plots of land. And I said to him, the most expensive of the land then was 500,000. And you know what 500,000 naira is? As at 2006. Because I had this, what's the word I use now? This drive just to get lands. I said, there are some I go for 150,000. And I was able to get those lands because I opened myself to information. I'm sure as you seated here today now, I wouldn't know if you know, but there are people who don't know that they can actually go to FCT, get a form, apply for land, and pay either 50 or 100,000. And they've been in this town for 10 years. But they won't wait for the period it would take for them to get at least for them to be allotted that land in their name. It's just 100,000. The 50,000 might be just tips that you just give to people when follow your file and what have you. And they don't need to know you for you to be allotted a land in Abuja. But so many people don't know. Why? What you seek is what you know. We've been told the lie. Yes, it might have worked for so many. They tell you that in Abuja, if you don't know somebody
it will not
that
work.
knows somebody, or you're not here with cash, it won't work. And this has so done damage to us that we don't even develop ourselves. That somebody that people want to know would want to know you because of what you carry. I said something to you earlier. I said we are what we know. Effizy, I'm seated here with Effizy, I'm seated here with you this morning because of what? Who you are, what you do. You have invited me here today because of the pre-knowledge of maybe what I do and who I am. So if I had not developed myself to that level, would you have any need to invite me?
No.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Let's leave all this sweet talk. I said to myself when I was coming here, I said, let's leave all this inspirational thing and begin to tell our people that we have to change our mentality. And it should be that of developing ourselves. I say this to who cares to listen. The easiest place to make money in the whole world is Nigeria.
Interesting.
I see it.
In a time when people are already checking out.
And when I see it, with all sense of responsibility, if I had not had the privilege and opportunity of traveling, mingling, doing business abroad, it's okay, he's just talking because no. Effizy, Nigeria is the only place where I'm talking to you today, you can wake up tomorrow and you become a billionaire and nobody is asking you how. That won't happen anywhere else in the world. Nigeria is the place where I spoke to you, we're talking about, there's a land that I bought for 500,000 naira in 2000, 500,000 naira in 2006 in this Abuja. As we speak today, that land is worth over 150 million.
Information.
Power. power. That's what they say. So it has gotten to the point where we'll start being real. Real in the sense that let's talk less of the success and make people understand that you have failed does not mean, at this point, does not mean that you can't grow. You need to add more bites.
Add more bites.
Yes, add more bites. If somebody succeeded in it,
why won't you?
God is fair. You can.
All right, Abuja, we've got 47 seconds and we're checking out for a major commercial break. When we come back, I'm going to paint a business scenario to Kenny Sam, and he's going to play the advisory role. I'm going to play a corn seller who has just invested 50,000 naira in selling corn. And Kenny Sam is going to play an advisory role to that corn seller, how she is going to make a turnover of 1 million naira. I don't know how he would do it, but I know that he has also been an advisory person to a lot of smaller businesses, and I've seen them grow. So let's start with a corn seller who just invested 50,000 into selling corn. We'll be right back after this break. Stay with us on 95.1 Nigeria Info. Of course, join us on YouTube. And on YouTube, I might just be picking someone to recharge the person's phone. So keep sending your comments. If you are the number 9th comment person, I'm going to recharge your phone. So send in your comments. I'll be waiting. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Nwachukwu. I'm the host of Hard Facts, and I bring you the biggest stories driving conversation every weekday here on 95.1 Nigeria Info Hard Fact Show. I love to get your opinion and conjectures, but the fact you cannot dispute here on Hard Facts. Join me and let's talk.
This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Charles Udo on YouTube says, Sir L, good morning, and your guest in the studio. Nigerians are very hardworking, intelligent, and entrepreneur. A lot of people want to venture into what is thriving, real estate and plazas. In fact, come to Gwarimpa and see plaza competition. What would you advise on what I don't see as a passion, but a competition in Nigeria today? I go make because my neighbor is making it. Charles from Kubwa sends that in via YouTube. Let's go to WhatsApp here and see who is also speaking here. And let's see. Good morning, Effizy. Okay, this is not for our conversation. What's happening in Abuja? Good morning, Effizy and the guest. Indeed, failure is another chance for someone to start all over again and reach their goal. Hafsat sends that in via WhatsApp. I'm enjoying your program, Effizy and Pascal. Pascal, thank you. We appreciate you. And this says, Happy New Month, Billionaire Jide from Ado. Seriously, I appreciate you bringing your wonderful guest to the studio. I'm learning a lot of sense from his talk, and I would really love if I can get his WhatsApp contact for more advice. I don't know if he does that. Wow, that's great, sir. But can one still get a land for 100K? Not the one that will be demolished after some years. I mean genuine ones. Peculiar from Suleja sends that in. And Uzoma on WhatsApp here says, there is no way FCT can allocate land to you within the FCT for 500K as far back as 2000. Most plots. So this Uzoma, this is about information. That's the truth. It's about information. What information do you have? Because he further says, plots of land have been allocated for their purpose, be it estate development, offices, rail lines, factories, and so on. Most people who built on the land they bought those days from village chief have faced demolition. Also, note that the tribalism have gotten hold of some of us today. Okay, and he went there to call a particular region, but I won't go into that. Let's come back to our conversation with you.
Can I answer that young man who talked about? You see, like you said, information. Let me also tell him that just of recent, Gwarimpa, Maitama 2. So many people got allocation there, me inclusive. And as at yesterday, I don't know, maybe today, it is still 100,000 naira you pay legitimately to the bank for land application in Abuja. We need information. He is not actually informed.
It's all about information. Even me, I need to grab myself some information. So let's paint a scenario. For the case of the case study, let's use a name, Cynthia or James. Actually has 50,000 and he's thinking of investing into the corn business, either roasted corn, boiled corn, or even selling it for the use of pap, for end user to make pap, or to make tuwo as it is fondly called. But he or she, James and Cynthia, has 50,000 and they want to invest in corn business. How should they go about it? And they're looking at a turnover of 1 million naira.
Okay. I'm not a religious person, but I'm a child of God. First of all, I would want you to refer back to what Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 said about me, you, writing our vision down. It's here on tables. So that whenever we read it,
we can run.
It. For every business you place money first, there's a tendency you will fail. What should come first is meeting needs, and the money will come.
Okay.
When the money would come, you would not know. When you're providing services and your services becomes top-notch, people would patronize you. I want to give you an example.
All right.
We have a supermarket, and that supermarket is actually my daughter's name. So I got to the supermarket one day. I sat down. I was just like monitoring the way they were doing business, and I said to the young man there, I said, I noticed your water business is not compared to other plazas here. And he said, because people are much. I said, okay, I would want to handle this water business for 1 month. The water business and your drink business. And I did something. A water that was sold for 700 naira as at then. I don't want to mention names. I dropped it to 650 because they buy for 600. Today the water is sold for 800. And if you go to the shop, they sell for 750. I dropped it to 650. Before now, it takes them a week to sell up to 30 cans of the water. But I can tell you that after 1 month, you can go yourself and find out. I'll give you the address of the place. In a week, they sell over 400 cans of water today there. Now, before other people doing business there could catch what was going on, they have taken all the customers to themselves because they were selling for 650 while others were selling for 700. And what's the catch there? The profit is 100 naira, right? Now I'm going to sell for 650 and my target will be turnover. By the time you who is making 100 will sell 10, I have sold 50. So between me and you who made more money, I
Make more money, sell more quantity.
Exactly. Now, interestingly, by the end of December this year, the company that supplies the water added can and water to them to the tune of almost 30 for free. And each can is about 2,000 naira because of the boost in their sales. We're talking strategy here. Good thing I've sold corn before. I've done so many business, my brother. So, I say to people, you see us today and it's as if we've not gone through anything in life. That's not true. I've sold corn, I've sold mango. Now you have 50,000 for selling corn. You have so much money.
Oh, you have so much capital.
So much capital.
Interesting.
Because 10,000 is enough for you to do corn. Now, would you sit down and look at the environment where you want to do this, your corn business? Would you also look at those who don't have capacity but want to do the business? Can you employ them to work for themselves and work for you? How? I get them the pot, I get the charcoal. They want to do the business, right? I don't need to invest 50,000. I could just invest 30,000. And I'll go get the corn within the vicinity where I also do the business. I'll set another 3-4 people up to do business for them and work for me as well too. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
I would go buy the bag of corn and I'll split the bag of corn within us. And if what I'm supposed to make is a 500 naira, I'll take a 250 and give them 250.
Wow.
And instead of leaving the bag of corn to stay with me maybe for the next 3, 4, 5 days, I've splitted it. If I'm going to make 5,000 on a bag of corn, I would make 2,500. But instead of making it maybe in 3, 4, 5 days, I make it in a day. So if I make it, if I now do...
So what's the turnover strategy
The
here?
turnover strategy now is that instead of taking 500, I've given them 500 to do business for themselves. They are selling the same corn. But I am not taking 500 for them. They are working for themselves and also working for me. It's the business all of us do, but they don't have capacity. They are incapacitated cash-wise. And I've got the cash. So I have bought the bag. And I help them establish where they can also do their own business. Now, I am keeping a close monitor on them because the money is small. So I give you, by the close of work, I come take my money and you go with yours. So you don't need to come with money for business tomorrow. You already know that my own money will do the business. So I am also doing my own, making my 500. But instead of leaving it to last for 1 week, for 3 days, I would end up making 7,500 naira because I'm making 2,005 instead of 5,000. Now, if it's 5,000, I'm supposed to make 15,000. But I have shared the the other money with other people, developing other people, and at the same time having quick sales and developing myself as well.
And also maximizing profit.
Exactly.
Interesting. Abuja, you can jump on the conversation now. So Cynthia and James, if you are thinking of corn business with your 50,000, number one, you have an over capital in your hands. Number two, you might have to do a chain of business with people who need, the actual people who sell to end users. How do they get the corn? If they don't have, you should be their supplier. They should give it. And you should be able to work around the turnover strategy, not trying to over profit in that business. I mean, that's what you
Exactly.
said. If you're supposed to make 5,000, why don't you cut it down? Split it into two. Take the half and make sure you get turnover. I mean, that's how he did the turnover business for the water. And now he's having 30 bottles for free to also do business with. Let's talk. 0700 951 0000. WhatsApp is 00 Twitter at Nigeria Info ABJ. And of course, you can join us via Facebook and YouTube Live at Nigeria Info Abuja. Whatever works for you, works for us this morning. Let's talk right now. Call me up and let's have a conversation this morning. I saw that call waiting, but I think we kept that caller waiting for too long. And Salasi is also putting a thumbs up to what you said. He says, my brother, I saw my brother with a good fashion design, and I asked him about the tailor. He said the tailor is good but has no character. Hello, good morning to you.
Effizy.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning. My name is Emmanuel Fisher, President.
You're welcome.
In the studio.
All right.
I'm actually listening to him from the beginning, and he's so passionate about entrepreneurship, and he's a good one. But the fact remains that most entrepreneurs in Nigeria are not being motivated by the policies of the government. Okay, now you are take example from the lady that actually wanted to go into corn business. It might interest you to know that a day will come where she might set up the business, might be demolished, or she'll be sent away by the what is it called, the FCCA
Tax force.
Yes, tax force. They come after these little businesses that want to embark on to survive. This is where people can grow and make profit. And he made a statement that Nigeria is the safest or quickest place to make money. I don't know how that goes in the reality we are facing now.
All right, Imafi.
Where people are.
Let's leave it at that with you so that others can join the conversation. But I'm sure my guest heard your question and he will respond to it. And this person says, good morning, greetings to you. Effizy, I'm enjoying your guest. Please, can I get his contact? Thanks, Thomas the Great from National Hospital. I don't know about that, his contact too. But maybe what I would do is for those of you who are also requesting for that, I could just either get his email or social handle and share with you via WhatsApp. Please, can I get this man's number? I like what he's saying. The Patriot also saying there. KD Omawe says, your guest is absolutely on point. Business thrive on correct and timely information. To succeed, I did something on my business beginning of this year, but did not achieve much. I am currently deeply assessing the reason why I achieved less than 45%. I have so far discovered, among other things, that the information I had were either incomplete or not very correct. I wasn't painstaking enough to in sourcing for the information. It's good, fail, so that you can improve and bounce back. More determined if you understand the failure is not a cause. I am more comfortable now to do the same thing again, but in a different way. LF is a well-done job. Let's see the billionaire flowing from one side to KD Omawe sends that in via WhatsApp this morning. Good morning, Sir El. My name is Osh from Abuja. Greetings to your guest in the studio. Your guest spoke about character, which is very paramount. In Nigeria, people believe that being polite is a sign of weakness. I strongly believe that customer service is very important in every business. Let's take a quick look at YouTube. Anybody saying anything on YouTube? And Kingsley Itumo says, Happy New Month, the billionaire in pounds, dollar, and naira. Good morning to you. Appreciate you. And also Charles says, Sir L, strategy in business, great, your man is on point. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Roslyn. I'm calling you from Central Area.
Let's
I
talk.
just want to do your program, and I heard about the investment, about corn, and I'm very interested, but I lost a part of the conversation, and I would love to hear more and probably get contacts to reach out to the person talking. So
Kenny Sam.
About making investments too.
All right, so what I would say to you is that we're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info Abuja. It's live on YouTube. So after the show, you could even go and watch again. So to get it step by step, the strategy that he prefer to ensuring that you get more for doing your corn business with a 50K capital.
Okay, how about reaching out to the person? How do I get access to reach out to contact?
Okay, so what I would do is, I think you should hi me on WhatsApp, on our WhatsApp. What I would do for those requesting for his contact, I would ask that he give us his social media handle, and I'll put it there for those of you who want to reach out.
All right, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. A lot of people want to continue this consulting thing. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that with you, Kenny Sam, on this. But looks like we'll run for a quick commercial break. Again, when we come back, we'll start toning down the conversation with our guest. I mean, we've looked at investment in corn business. And you can ask a real-time question, a business real-time question. You need an advice for free right now. It's for free. Kenny Sam will not say no right now. But after the event, anything that happened to me, we should hold him. But you can ask your question. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Nwachukwu. I'm the host of Hard Facts, and I bring you the biggest stories driving conversation every weekday here on 95.1 Nigeria Info Hard Fact Show. I love to get your opinion and conjectures, but the facts you cannot dispute here on Hard Facts. Join me and let's